And welcome to San Juan, Puerto Rico. 2 tournaments, 1 WPA world title, $500,000. Predator Group presents the Medalla Light Women's 10-Ball Championship. $75,000 prize fund, $22,500 for the first prize lady. We are down to the quarterfinals, last 8 standing of 43 players. And the semis to come up at 2. This is George Chezka with Jim White in the booth, bringing you the live action from San Juan.
Yeah, thanks a lot, George, and folks at home. George's voice sounds a little raspy. He's been fighting it all week, and he is a trooper, believe me. He's been under the weather right from day one. So, Georgie, it's great to have you here, buddy, and hope you get well soon, and thank you so much for not leaving me alone.
Well, you cover me well. That's why I can take a nap the rest of the time. Meanwhile, Angela Williams is racking the balls for Jasmin, Ouschan, and Chezka Centeno.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. Quarterfinal action. $500,000 on offer here in Puerto Rico. Men's, ladies, and team championships. The women's section of that, $75,000, $22,500 to the eventual winner. 8 are left. I think it was 43 that kicked off of the 48 field. This is going to be pretty high-powered action. I mean, both of these young ladies, they go for their shots. You know, George, while we're on the subject that I'd mentioned you were a little under the weather, you know, that's one aspect of professional pool that probably isn't talked about as much as it should. You know, being athletic, looking after yourself, eating well, sleeping well when you're on the road. You just do the best you can. And is there a better proponent of physical fitness than Jasmin Ouschan?
Well, she works out religiously. And, you know, she bikes, she runs. She just does it all. She has her own billiard academy in Austria. But Chezka, for one, is just off one of the biggest wins of her career in the Women's World 10-Ball, which was held in Austria.
Yeah, she went after the 10 there right away. And I wonder if she's left Centeno a chance at it. She's called it.
Oh, it's a nice billiard. It's nice, Karen. And, you know, if she makes this, I don't think it will follow in. Oh, she played the combo.
Yeah, just making sure that cue ball comes to rest, and that's how quick it can be in 10-ball. 1-0.
And, and quick is what this young lady is. I believe her nickname is the Flash. I was going to call her a buzzsaw.
Yeah, the Flash. That's what we were told. But 2 out of 3. Races to 4, and if it gets to 3-3 in the third and deciding set, it's a shootout. So a lot of action here. It's going to be fast-paced. Buckle in.
We've had a few of those shootouts.
Yeah, and that's where the pressure comes to the forefront. You got to lasso those nerves, and both ladies spent a lot of time practicing that spot shot that materializes in the shootout.
And breaking from the side, playing the one in the opposite side pocket. Chezka does not find any success with that break. It's all the balls around the table. Jasmin steps to the table looking for the one. Looking for an opportunity. This young lady at the table is sponsored by Predator. The Ouschans have their own billiard academy in Austria. Very well known. They just had a huge tournament there with the Women's World 10-Ball. And last year they had the World Team Championships, which are here this year in Klagenfurt, their hometown.
Yeah, can't quite get through. She's just having a look at the areas she wants to push to. Doesn't want to leave anything aggressive in terms of a reply from Chezka.
They are on the 30-second time clock, but they do have 60 seconds after the break to plan their attack.
And the reason she's left it here, George, is it's very risky for her to try and contact the left side of that one as she looks. That side or that corner pocket would be looming.
I think the 4-ball covers that. She plays this one in the side. I think the 4-ball. Oh, I see. You're talking about the safety with the cue ball to the left side behind the 2 and 3. I'm talking about playing the ball. Oh, she played the 10. What a brilliant shot. And it's going to pay dividends. She's left a very low percentage shot.
Yeah, Jasmin took a chance she might fire at something a little bit more risky, and like you said, she got a pretty good roll there, not leaving a chance at this one. But good chance for a good aggressive safety here. Got to try and find cover with that cue ball, and she hasn't.
Oh, but she found a different kind of cover. The side pocket, well, it's too far down. I thought maybe she had a scratch and she shot it offensively. But no, it will go. And where is the 2? Is their position? And she finds it perfectly.
Yeah, this is a great start.
This young left-hander, she is 24 years old. And she is deadly. When she gets rolling, there's nothing prettier to watch. Quick, accurate, and deadly. By the way, did I say deadly?
Everything's there for her. Again, it's early days, so the nerves always factor in until you get settled into the match. And even though they would have had a little time hitting the ball and, you know, just trying to get a feel for the conditions on this match table, it's never the same when that bell sounds and you initiate action. But they're all there for her. Just a little short of what would have been perfect, but just float this cue ball back towards the middle. 8, 9, 10. This has got 2-0 written all over it.
When she's done running these balls, I'm going to go over some of the information from her last world champion, from her first world championship. And it'll explain why I'm using the word deadly.
Yeah, she wastes little time. It's going to be 2-0 here. A great start for her.
And 2-0 it is. Now, getting into that information, Chezka Centeno, from the final 16 to the final match, she won the final against Hanyu 9-5. The only real challenge she had in winning that tournament from the final 16 with Allison Fisher with a hill-hill match. And I actually commentated that match. It was a great match. She was behind and Chezka stepped up, was energized by a hard shot, long bank shot, and came back and won the match. So it was 9-8. And in the quarterfinals, she won over Cho Che-Yu 9-2. That's one of the best players in the world, at 9-2. And then in the final 16, Chezka wins 9-0. That's a little bit of a track record.
Yeah, it looks good on her resume.
Sure does.
Rack number 3 cracks into them. 4 in the corner pocket. 1 down already. She's got a thin clip on the 2. It goes by the 5. Pretty close here. Not sure it'll pass. She's just had a look. I don't think that 2 passes, so it's going to be defense. If it does go, she's got a chance here. She can keep that cue ball away from the side. Looks like it might go, George. She's attacking this.
I think it does.
Wow, another gilt-edged opportunity here for this Filipino star. What a dream start. Everything's open. It's pretty short, so
You know, for her height, I don't see her using the extension very much, though.
Yeah, she's got a long bridge she uses when she needs to. Still pretty comfortable. Pretty straight on the 7, so she'll have to play the 8 to the short corner. Oh, she did have a bit of angle. Pardon me. Looked dead straight from our overhead camera. Boy, she's making short work of this.
She's been so steady so far. And she started out just like her nickname, the Flash.
Yeah, 3 racks in. Jasmin hasn't even had an attacking option yet. It has been all Chezka Centeno. 3-0 in our first set. The race to 4. Well, she looks like she had a pretty good breakfast.
Well, or either that or she's having Jasmin for breakfast. 3-0. Started out with that combo on the 10 ball for a quick win, and that energized her to go on, and she hasn't missed a ball yet.
Hasn't looked like missing.
Yeah.
Cue ball control has been superb. She's kept it very simple. She's playing at a real high tempo. Always a sign of confidence.
You know, it might be that playing with Carlo Beato and Roland Garcia in the team championships has probably opened her eyes and settled her down a little bit.
Yeah, good point, George. You know, you play with superstars like that, you got your eyes open, your ears open. How can you not pick up a tidbit here and there?
Geez, all you have to do is just hang around them, or just come to the events and watch them. You'll leave here playing 2 balls better.
Still Jasmin with no attacking options. We're into the 4th rack already. But she won't start shrugging her shoulders. She'll keep that positive outlook. That's imperative. We live in the present in this game.
Just go between. Oh, perfect. I don't think she can get by the 6. Doesn't mean. Yeah, the 6 ball's got her full.
Kick off that side cushion. She's called the corner pocket, but that means this cue ball. Be careful. You'll be tracked. Well, she tried to swerve it into that side cushion to attack the 1.
Just before with a lot of English. Yeah, see that spin on the ball? It just took just enough to kind of curve it right into the pocket. She was going short of it with a lot of spin to hit that 1.
Jasmin's first real opportunity to knock some balls in, build up a little bit of rhythm. You know her game plan. She'd like to park Chezka in her chair for a while. It's a little bit more measured. You'll see a difference in styles here. A little bit more calculating, not quite as fluent or natural. But she's a talent. And she's been one of the best lady players on the planet for a number of years now. Came into the ranks at a very young age. Highly touted and with a lot of notoriety. And her brother, Albin, I remember when he first burst on the scene, everybody knew him as Jasmin's brother. Well, now he's a world champion. He's not Jasmin's brother anymore. He's got his own identity, and what a player he is. And as you said, George, they've got an academy in Austria. So full-time pool players, both of them.
And to give you an idea of just how they play, Fargo range of scores in the top 100. Chezka is number 3 with a 776. Jasmin at number 9 at a 745. Actually 746. If you're familiar with Fargo rate, it's an international system for ranking the players. That's, as it comes into its own and you get more data in it, it just seems to be rather accurate.
Got the angle. Just raise that butt and draw the cue ball back down towards the 7. Just want to be comfortable with how she can cue into this. That's what she's doing right now, just settling herself, committing.
In good position to close these balls out. Jasmin, getting to this quarterfinal, defeated Heather Winter and then lost to Olivia Zaluska. Defeated Alexandra Gulikova, Amber Chen, and now faces the young Filipino sensation, Chezka Centeno.
Yeah, Olivia on the other table that's being streamed up against Kelly Fisher. That's the second stream table. The other 2 matches on the outskirts. 8 ladies left. Finally, Jasmin knocks a few balls in, and pretty well done. She's been in her chair for 3 racks in a row, to come out and knock these in and secure her first rack. A testament to her maintaining that positive attitude and waiting for her chance. 3-1 to Centeno.
And Chezka, getting to this quarterfinal, lost her opening match to a young lady we've never really seen before, Nina Torvund from Great Britain, but then won 2-0 against Julie Madlener, defeated Margaret Fefilova, Steyer, Pia Filler, and a great Chinese Taipei player by Seo Seo. Won those straight sets, all except Margaret. They went to a shootout. So she's been challenged and defeated, but she's back and fighting for first place. 2 matches away from the final, this one and the semi, which, by the way, will come up at 2 o'clock local time. So it's almost immediately following this match. They'll be playing back to back.
Chezka looking at this one. She's left-handed, which may work in her favor if she wants to try and jump this. I don't know how well she plays with the short cue. Where that one is, not that easy to push. Yeah, she's trying to tie the 2 up with the 3. Pretty smart shot, really, because she knows she's going to leave an aggressive option in reply to Jasmin Ouschan. So buying herself a little bit of time with that 2-3 tied up. I know a lot of men would have been salivating at that one, because that really wasn't that difficult to jump. So you want to mark that one down in your notepads. Just tells me that she may not be as adept with the short cue as some of them.
Look at this safety she's playing. Is going to be right on top of the 9. Oh, it almost leaked out, but the 4 ball saved it.
Two-rail kick.
Open shot, and Jasmin hasn't seen too many of these. When she did, she ran the rack out.
Yeah, there's not a lot of value in attacking here, George. I think she's still going to try and defend. simply because knocking this one in doesn't afford position to the two, but it does afford, if she does try to attack, she could play a real aggressive safety on the two.
Or off the two if she can make the one.
And we'll see how she sees this shot and what she opts for, but I mean, with the amount of time she's taken, that almost tells you she's going to be defending here.
Checking the clock, seeing how much time she has. That just told her she has 10 seconds. And that's what she was trying to do, is figure out how to get behind those balls without going close to the corner pocket. She couldn't follow the ball, so she had to figure out, how do I get there? And without putting too much speed on the one, she couldn't get there. Chezka just pockets balls with such ease.
Interesting choice here. Feather this two, try and hold behind the three, or possibility of a bank, and even try and feather that cue ball above the three for shape. You know, just see how she sees the shot. Maybe the bank. I don't know about that. Does she come far enough where Jasmin can see that? I mean, if you're going to risk putting that two near that corner pocket, you've got to play a jam-up safety.
Well, she's played a pretty good safety in the fact that she's elevated. And as you can see, Jasmin made quick work of it. So, one safety denied.
Risky shot, this one. She's got to find cover. Got the cue ball pretty near that bottom cushion, but she may be able to knock this in. It's a tough one, make no mistake about it, but it's a chance. Yeah, a bit of a mistake, that one from Jasmin.
That pocket was a little forgiving. Accepted that ball. She hit it good enough to make it, though. She's just taking side English to say either way. It's like no problem.
No, that's the good news. The bad news is she's dead straight. And she's not going to be able to get nicely onto the six off this. But a little illustration of the type of cue power and confidence that Chezka possesses. That's about as good as she could have done. Just a slight trace of left-hand spin to get that cue ball near the middle.
Back and forth here. She might be in business, and she is. Look at this.
Wow, she's a player. Holy cow. She's getting down and knocking these in like they're over the pocket. And this, remember, from Jasmin's safety. One more good shot, draw back, get closer to the 10. How about this performance, George?
This is awesome. This will close out the first set.
Yeah, and
4-1.
In emphatic style, 4-1. The first set goes to the Filipino, Chezka Centeno, and she looked dominant.
Very. Coming up, We're going to be going to a break. Then I'll give you some good news coming up in March. Off to a break.
It doesn't matter what the format is, the better player will still win.
This 10 ball to win the title. He is your champion.
New world champion. Fighting Jasmin.
Philippines are the world champions.
It doesn't matter what the format is, the better player will still win.
This 10 ball to win the title. He is your champion.
New world champion. Fighting Jasmin.
Philippines are the world champions.
And we are back to live action here in Puerto Rico. I just want to make you aware of something coming up big from Pro Billiard Series. Women is the Pro Billiard Series Women's Showdown, 16-player invitational to be held February 27th through March 1st. $100,000 prize fund, $35,000 to the first prize winner. They have taken the WPBA rankings, and the top 8 women will be seated, and the other 8 will be invited for the top 16.
Yeah, special stuff happening for the ladies.
Coming up. It's a testament to just how good these ladies play. And so this is one way to reward them.
And that's one way to reward your opponent. Jasmin, cue ball not kicked, straight into the side pocket, and ball in hand, welcoming Chezka Centeno out of her chair. Being left-handed helps her where the 1 is. Draws straight back for the 2. 3's there. Now, 4. If the 4 doesn't go by the 10, that's the problem ball. And you just wonder if there might not be a billiard there from the 4 to the 10. Tough to tell from exactly where we're situated.
Yeah, she came down to
Gotten
play.
behind it.
Came down to play it in the corner or the side.
Well, she's not going to be able to get close to the 5 here. She'll have to stun that, just missing the 10 over to the right hand rail. Or she could glue that cue ball behind the 10. See how she feels. If she can't really get real good position, then safety option isn't a bad one.
And as you noted, she glued it.
Boy, she's really limiting the opportunities Jasmin has had in this match. 4-1, remember, she won the first set. And she's tightening the vice grip here in the early going of set number 2. This is a big hit. Well, it wasn't a million miles away, but it wasn't going to be easy. And with ball in hand, and again on the left-hand side of the table, as far as Chezka is concerned, just makes life a little easier for her. And the way she's been playing, opportunities like this, she has capitalized on fully.
She's making it look so easy. Folks at home, believe me, it's not that easy.
No, it's just the speed that she plays too. You know, just full of confidence. She's not missing anything. When she's got her opportunities, she's burying them. Yeah, this has been just a superb performance from Chezka. And takes the first rack in set number 2.
And Jasmin has her hands full. She's got to win this set to force a shootout. That's the best she can do. Must win the set. It'll go to a deciding set. If we are in the quarterfinals, excuse me. And the deciding set, if they're tied at 3, then it'll go to a shootout. But Jasmin has to win this set. Otherwise, it's over.
Exactly right, George. Jasmin's path very clearly outlined now. She must win the set. In the third set, if it gets to 3-3, a shootout. And we've seen that. A pressure cooker. You'll find a bunch of people will make their way to the #1 table to watch that if it ever materializes. But it's got a long way to go in the way that Chezka Centeno has been playing. You haven't seen anything in the way of a miss creeping into Chezka's game. Not yet, anyway. Some of our sponsors, obviously Predator front and center here in Puerto Rico with the Apex 9-foot tables, the arena lights, the Arcadia cloth, the Arcos II balls, the arrow racks that are being used, the Predator bridges under the tables. It's Predator front and center all around. Medalla light,
Which is being served afterwards. Nice beer, too.
really is a smooth drink.
Yes, it is.
Have you tried the rums of Puerto Rico? They're involved here too.
I was going to try one last night just to get my throat a little relaxation, and they had just closed the bar.
And what a great way for Tourism Puerto Rico, Discover Puerto Rico, to be identified to the world. It is such a beautiful island. Get a chance. Some of these players have had the opportunity to make their way into Old San Juan and the history there. Good opening shot, that one from Jasmin. Now she's got a chance. The long 2, 3 and 4 close to each other. Won't have to do anything special with the cue ball here. Just draw this back. Try and get pretty straight onto the 3.
This is a shot she should have. This is a practice shot. Most players will practice this quite a bit. Long straight ins. Draw it, follow it, stop it.
Yeah, those long straight in shots, always a test of cueing. Using the 5 to hold position, bumping it a little closer to the corner pocket, won't do her any harm. This one's there for the taking. And the way that Chezka has been playing, I think Jasmin knows when she gets an opportunity, she has to make good use of it. So many of those little mental messages sent back and forth, chair to chair. You know, you can show no weakness, never any negative emotion. You don't want to give your opponent anything with which to build on.
She has just enough angle to follow that, come up for the 6. It's tight, but is she following or drawing back? Yeah, she was able to follow.
Yeah, just the wrong side on this 6, so she's going to have to travel with that cue ball, so she'll be hitting this with a lot of pace. And again, she's got to make sure she doesn't run into any balls. Got to avoid all that traffic, get that cue ball back down around the back side of the 10, miss the 9, get back down for the 7. This will be hit at speed, and she knows she's got to take just a little extra time to work out the path she wants this cue ball to take.
Meanwhile, on another table, on table 4, Rubelin Amit is trailing Weiwei 2-0. And then on number 8, Cho Che-yu and Wang Wanling are tied at 1. Kelly Fisher and Olivia Zaluska are tied at 1.
Yeah, not a fan of the way she played that. I mean, trying to check it back down the middle was always going to kill the speed of the cue ball. I'd rather have seen her let it out and try and force follow it around the angles to play the 7 to the corner nearest our camera. Now she's got to defend unless she sees a bank shot. That comes with a lot of risk. Yeah, just not too sure about the way that Jasmin played that 6. I think in hindsight, she wishes she had it over again. And really, if you want to go back one more shot, being wrong angled after playing the 5, George, was really the culprit.
Well, this is a tough shot for Chezka. She makes it look easy. She's playing so well.
She's missing nothing. Now, the only break that Jasmin gets here is Chezka's left herself dead in on the 8. And that's going to mean a very fine cut on that 9 as well. Nothing else she could do.
Another toughie.
She's risen to the occasion every time she's been called upon. And the way she's playing, you'd be surprised if she missed anything. But not to discount the pressure of this major quarterfinal.
Wow. She not only hits it to make it, she hits it perfect in the heart of the pocket.
Yeah, remember what I was saying about taking advantage of opportunities? Jasmin let that one get away. She should have had that rack. She had it at its mercy, and she totally let it go. 2-0 in the second set to Centeno, and breaking in rack number 3.
She's been breaking well. I'm not sure she's made too many balls, though. But she gets back to the table. So the break not being as important if she can get back to the table.
And quickly our referee gets the rack in place. Chezka playing at a very high speed, so we want to try and allow her to maintain that type of tempo. She loves to get after him as quickly as possible. And you know why they call her the Flash now.
Yeah, Chezka's had 3 dry breaks. Jasmin had the 1 when she won the 1 game. So making balls on the break is a premium here. Comes at a premium. But when you break them like that and leave them like that, you're almost assured of coming back to the table, whether you're kicking or shooting. Nice shot.
Yeah, that
nice
was
shot
easy.
by Jasmin.
Wasn't easy. A little bit of distance between the cue ball and the 1 there. To play it at such a slow speed. Now she's looking for a point of contact on that 1.
Oh, look at that shot.
Right about there.
What a return.
Filipinos are the best for me at kicking.
With a purpose.
Yeah, with a purpose. Roland Garcia, I mean, he showed us some fantastic kick shots. Beaten finalist in the men's division. Conrad Musician end up last night winning Medalla Light Puerto Rico Open men's 10 ball. It's all women's today and this afternoon, and then tonight we've got team action front and center. And the teams will wind it all up tomorrow.
And the finals at 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. local time.
And that 7 ball come up to the 2. So Jasmin's on 1 foul. And we'll see if Chezka sees any aggressive options. If she could get right behind that 2 on the right hand side, where she could play a real cruel hook behind that 7, but got a little work to do to get that cue ball into the area I'm talking.
I think she's trying to open up the 2 ball right here.
Oh, she's just a little harder than what I would have thought she was trying to play, and I was, yeah, that's where she wanted to go, and that's what I thought too. And she's left herself in trouble now. And from this side, she's only got half a ball, at best half a ball. This is a tough little hit. Yeah. Very tough little hit.
Yes, it was. So he had about 1.5 inches of ball, if that.
Well, she's on one foul, and now Jasmin is going to be able to play that same cruel hook behind the 7 that I alluded to for Chezka. And this is going to be a tough one to hit. Distance. Yeah, real tough one to hit. And that's going to put her on 2 fouls. Now everything will be in the open.
Well, she's going to have to spin this ball quite a bit. She's going to try to go 3 rails at it? Oh, she's going to tie up the 4 to 10.
It's kind of forcing. That's forcing Jasmin's hand now.
Safety number 3.
Yeah, she's on 2 fouls. I can see her using the 8 ball to try and lock her up. And again, where Chezka has put that 4, she doesn't have a lot of choice. Got to try and 3 foul her. That's how tough the hit was too on the 2. And if Jasmin gets her way, this one's not going to be any easier.
Oh, it's going to come over. It's going to leak out.
She's back to her chair right away. She knows she overhit that. She knows that was a mistake. Yeah. Body language says it all there.
And she has the angle to come into the 4.
Just short of what would have been ideal, actually, George. So if she knocks this 3 in, she'll be looking to defend on that 4. Now she'll wish she'd have taken my advice. She had to try and manufacture the angle to get into that 10 there.
She did.
This is the second time she's lost control of that white. She escaped the claws the first time.
Well, this is not going to take much to get a safety here. Four is not froze, so it'll catch a rail off the 10 and just take the ball, the cue ball up by the 5.
Yeah, it's a good shot, really good shot.
Chezka might try to spin this in.
She's got to be careful here, George. I don't know that the 4 goes by the 10. Well, she's calling the 10 into the corner pocket. Having another good look. That just tells you she's going to be playing this at speed. She's at the 10. That's a foul. So it'll be ball in hand. So that little chess battle won by Jasmin Ouschan. And really a couple lax positional shots from Chezka there.
Chezka, yeah.
Speed on the cue ball. No problems on the table. Just has to guard against any unforced errors.
Well, in the first set, Jasmin lost the first 3 games. Here she's lost the first 2. And she's on track to win this one, so a little bit of a comeback. coming.
Well, she lost the first set 4-1. And she was in a bit of danger in this rack. She certainly didn't want to fall 3-0 down, and the rack she has to win. So keeping Chezka in her crosshairs isn't a bad idea. Keep the heat on her. Yeah, 2-1 confirmed. And Jasmin has the break. The cleanest 10 she's ever hit, but these tables still playing with relatively new Arcadia cloth, and that helps these pockets to be a little bit more sympathetic as this cloth becomes a little bit worn in a club type of environment, George. As the cloth becomes worn, these players know the pockets shrink.
Yes, they do. Right now, they'll accept the ball a little more readily than the club pocket will. Let's see if we can bring you an update here on some of the matches. Rubelin Amit has lost the first set, 4-1. Cho Chae-yu over Wang Wanling, 3-2. And Olivia Zaluska has taken Kelly Fisher down in the first set, 4-1.
Two balls off the break here, one on the side. You see that 6 traveling around the table and finding the bottom right corner. Long shot on the 2, 3 in jail on the left-hand side of the table. So if she decides to attack here, there'll be nothing but defense on that 3, and she's looking to see where the cue ball would be and being able to play a good aggressive safety on that 3.
And that may be the first time they made a ball on the break.
One of the very few,
yeah.
For sure, George.
For sure.
Too thick of a contact. She was trying to bank that 2 over towards the 9. Double kiss, and she's given Chezka a chance now to seize the initiative in this rack. Well, that is the first open miss we've seen from Chezka Centeno. So if nothing else, she's human. First miss, though.
Yeah, she showed us on a couple of safeties where they got away, but that's the first miss, as you just mentioned. And, showing us she is human. Probably take a. Ooh. Well, this will be coming around. I don't think she tries to make this. I think she'll just play the safety.
100%. Try and park that cue ball right where it is and run that 3 off the angles. She'd like to get it back down the bottom left quadrant of the table. Just hold that cue ball right there. Is she hard enough?
No.
That's a mistake, and I got to be honest, that's an inexcusable mistake.
Well, just like the last one she played that one too hard. She played this one too soft. When it ran around and leaked over, she immediately went back to her seat, and here she's come up short.
Speaking of coming up short, she returns the favor. She had a lot of room to get that cue ball to play the 4-5 combination. So they're taking turns giving each other chances. Well, she'll call the 5 into the side pocket, but she'll be very happy to hit this and not leave it.
Yeah, if she comes 2 rails between the 4-5, she makes the 5. She'll contact the 4 ball slightly, then come back and make the 5. She had to hit the rail first in order to make the 5 ball.
She's left it for Jasmin here. Jasmin survives. Poor safety shot she played. Gets back to the table here with a chance to level the score in the second rack. And as I've said, it is a set she has to win.
Good shot.
Yeah,
nice position.
The one thing I really like about Jasmin, it doesn't matter how much adversity she seems to face, she always has that same sort of confident posture, you know, that confident look around the table. She never really hangs her shoulders and shows any negative body language.
Yes, a couple of times afterwards, it's just a quick walk to the seat. But when she comes out of that chair to shoot, you nailed it. It's just, she comes over very positive. All business.
This angle here too, just bring the cue ball top side of the 8 to play the 8 into the side pocket. Now she's wrong-sided herself. She may not be able to get close to this 9 here. We've seen this story before. Again, she had a lot of table space to be able to play that shot and get closer to the 9. Now she's going to have to thump this.
Yeah, she got the most out of it.
Yeah, contents herself with a little bit of distance. But again, a little work to do. It's a thin cut. She's going to have to play it either firm to come up and back down, or just try and hold for the 10 off one rail. Yeah, nicely played. It's kind of halfway, isn't it? Almost the 50-yard line, but that was the problem with that. It's just committing one way or the other, but you'd expect her to get this. For 2-2. And 2-2 confirmed. So we're in for a little bit of a thriller here in the second set.
And if we get our way, we'll see a third.
Yeah, she's not letting Chezka run away and hide in this set, is she? Staying right with her. She's got the break in rack number 5.
Angela doing her work with the arrow rack, getting things ready. Jasmin repping her country, STW, the Ouschan Billiard Academy, Predator. Just noticed the stripes on her shirt match her break cue.
You're a fashion consultant, George.
And her playing cue.
Each rack becomes a little bit more significant now as we start working towards the business end of this match. Mistakes are magnified.
And you know, you say that very well, Jim. How towards the end of the match, the mistakes are magnified. But a lot of times the match is lost in the beginning. But when you miss a ball late, you figure, oh, I lost it because of that shot.
Yeah, well, that's what we remember, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Mistakes that are a little later in the match, a little bit more conclusive. You know, Chezka, all of a sudden, she was missing nothing in the opening set. Every chance she had, she buried it here. She's had a few lapses. And you just wonder if Jasmin's not putting a little bit of pressure on her, and she's feeling it.
Well, Jasmin's not going to go away. She's going to keep coming back after you every time. Oh, something with a safety like that.
Yeah,
that hurt.
Poor safety effort there. Probably for me, that's been the difference too. Jasmin has had a couple chances to play some really good safety shots, and she's let her off the hook.
That's the third one. That's really hurt her.
Yeah, speaking of letting her off the hook, wow, again. There's no excuse for not getting on the open ball here. Now, can she get through to this, or she got to jump over the edge of that four? It looks like she's jumping the edge of it, or swerving it. Just inexcusable mistakes from both ladies, really.
How fast things change. Chezka started out a ball of fire, just in dead punch. Looked like she was practicing. And now she's thinking, and maybe that's the problem.
She's looking at the 10 possibly here, the 2-10. She is. She tried to get the 10 off the cushion. And you know why? She was always taking the cue ball into the weeds. She's got that cue ball right behind the 7, so pretty creative thinking from Jasmin Ouschan. Having a shot at that 10. There were no risks. Quickly, Jasmin comes down to have a look to see if the 2-10 combination went by the 6. It doesn't. That would have been very fortuitous, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would have.
So containment yet again.
And she might have an edge on the right side, but I doubt it. She's got to use the rail. That edge would lead right to the pocket.
The hit offers no problem whatsoever, but negotiating the safety from it.
Yeah, she wants to. Oh, she's going to hit the ball right at it. Little thick hit. She could be in trouble. And she missed the whole ball.
Wow.
Jasmin with another safety coming up, I believe.
Yeah, and a little bit easier than the last. She's going to be able to put her right behind the 10, I think, now. And she's on 2 fouls. Still another look to confirm that 2-10 combination isn't available. But it looks like the 2's far enough where she can get the cue ball and just, I guess the only problem is just not that tough of a hit. It's going to leave her the side cushion.
If that 10 goes by the 6, it would go in. It'll slide right in, but I don't think it goes by the 6.
She'd love to be able to get it.
Oh, sure.
a little closer even to the side pocket. It would make this hit really tough. That's what she's going to try and do. Get that 2 out as far away from that cushion as she can. That'll do. That'll do. This is tough. And again, Chezka bought this for herself. She had a very easy hit off that side cushion on the 2 in the last shot. Trying to thin hit it. Now she has to hit this or it's 3-2 Jasmin Ouschan.
And it, she did, but there's still another problem on the table, is the 8-9.
Yeah, that was a great shot, George. A rack saver. Chance at the 10, given where the 8-9 is, you just alluded to, so she'll bank that 2 up table. She's going to try and make the 10 with the cue ball.
I like this shot. Oh, awfully close.
Well, now the 2 and the 3 of paramount importance, given where that 10 has just been bumped to. Very thin cut here on the 2. Cue ball will be coming down towards the 3 and the 10.
Oh, not behind the 5. Nope. Almost.
Good shot on the 2, though. Real good shot.
Very nice shot.
Overcut it.
Big opportunity for Jasmin here. Very big.
Yeah, 3, 4, and 5, 10 combination. That might be a real big miss.
Look at this 5-10 combo if she chooses. With the 8 there.
Well, she'll be choosing it, George. Where the 8-9 is, no choice. Just got to get that cue ball back out. Or she can attack that 5-10. Didn't have to do anything. It was straighter than it looked from our overhead camera. So 5-10. But make sure you don't knock yourself out with the rake. 5-10 for a 3-2 lead. And 3-2 it is to Jasmin Ouschan. She's held herself together. And she's put a comeback here in the second set. She trailed 2-0 at one point. Now she's won the last 3 to go 3-2 in front. And wants one more to force a third and deciding set. And remember, in that third set, if we get to 3-3, we get the shootout. Both ladies practiced that prior to this match commencing. Chezka has started making a few mistakes, a few unforced mistakes. And that's allowed Jasmin right back into this match.
And she wasn't shy about coming out for it either. Big break.
Good white.
Wow. Everything is spread out. Opening shot.
Well, we'll see if Chezka Centeno can find the type of form she had in the first set, because when she got a chance like this in set number 1, she just got up and knocked him in like she was on the practice table.
Well, she's left herself a little bit of a tester here.
Yeah, she's not the same player, is she, George?
No.
Amazing.
No. You know, when I called that a tester, I saw from the overhead view, once they changed the angle, it didn't look so hard anymore. But either way, surprisingly, she missed it.
Yeah, and you can only put that down to the pressure that Jasmin is applying, because she's not allowing her to run away and hide like she did in the opening set. She's getting down now and with a little bit more to think about, not freewheeling. Jasmin can cut this in, play this in the bottom corner. Cue ball will slide back over the same side of the table she's cueing from for the 3 to the other corner pocket. That's a good shot.
That is a very good shot. Now, can she get to the right side of the 4?
Yeah, she can play this, draw into the side position, back over for the 4 to the pocket it's closest. Oh, that's hard luck. That's just bad luck. That was a fraction away from being perfect. If that cue ball would have flicked the 10, she'd have been fine. If you want to look at one side, you can say, well, she marginally overhit that, but that's a tough one to have to swallow, that one. And they were there for her as well. She needs to hit this. That one's going to hurt, George.
Well, that's going to tie it up. Now, Chezka missed a shot earlier, so let's see what she does with these remaining balls. She got 7 balls to run.
You know what? That's actually a pretty valid point, because she's got a few negative things swirling in her head right now.
And look how straight she's left her. It doesn't matter, because she's got enough angle to go to the 6 and get off the rail. So she'll be straight in on the 6 for the lower corner.
Smash that one in. A little bit of angle on this 7. And a lot of angle on the 8.
Long shot. Has to follow down and come up for the 10 ball. And by forcing the 10 ball, I had a feeling that might happen.
It's not the same player, is she?
No, she's not. No, it's not. Knowing that she had to follow the ball and bring it up at least 3 feet, kind of told me that it was possible to miss this.
She is not the same player as she was in the first set. And that's going to make for a very interesting third and deciding set, isn't it?
Sure will, because this one is pretty much decided after this 10 ball goes down. And decided it is 4-2.
So a third and deciding set. And again, just to remind you, if it gets to 3-3 in this one, then we have the shootout. But Jasmin Ouschan has played herself right back into contention. And Chezka Centeno, well, a few negative thoughts to deal with. Don't go away, folks. We're going to be back with a third set right after this.
It doesn't matter what the format is, the better player will still win.
this 10 ball to win the title. He is your champion.
New world champion. Fighting Jasmin.
Philippines are the world champions.
It doesn't matter what the format is, the better player will still win.
This 10 ball to win the title. He is your champion.
New world champion. Fighting Jasmin.
Philippines are the world champions.
Great to have you back. You're going to be joining us for a third and deciding set. The first one dominated by Chezka Centeno. Never missed a shot, never looked like missing a shot. The second set, well, completely different story altogether. She had plenty of chances, did Centeno, but she did not capitalize, even in the last rack that Jasmin Ouschan secured to win the second set 4-2. Centeno was at the table and everything was in the open.
And the big telling tale there is the number of errors. Chezka with 12, Jasmin with 10, excuse me, 2 difference. But when Centeno made her mistakes, they cost her a game each time.
So here we are, the third set. Quick reminder, if it gets to 3-3 in this set, we don't play it out, we go to a shootout. So very important to get off the mark here early and often.
Yeah.
First rack, Centeno to break.
One other telling tale is the missed shots. Chezka had 4, Jasmin had 0.
Jasmin with no open chance at the 1, but at least with an opportunity to try and dictate the pace of how this first rack is going to unfold. Actually, She's having a look. Pretty close, isn't it?
It's close. She's having a look because if she hits the one ball, I think it goes.
That's what I was wondering, George.
But what does she do with the two?
The overhead camera didn't look like it gave the one a chance to go, but when you looked at it from the floor camera, it looked like she had maybe the bottom half a pocket. But I think she's still defending. Yeah, she's defending all right. The best defense is a good offense.
In pool, that could be the case most of the time.
And she didn't quite get that cue ball out to where the two was available, so kicking from the side cushion. And again, you look at it from the overhead camera, it almost looks like the two's available. Very deceptive sometimes, that camera. She's left a chance, has she? I think so. We'll see if Centeno can find the form that saw her win the first set 4-1. Never missed a shot. And she didn't waste a lot of time either. She's going to have to try and recapture that.
Like she's turning her cue loose here. Trying to get back to the rhythm of the first set.
She needs to knock some balls in, get that confidence back to its peak. You know, whether she's making them or missing them, the pace of play doesn't change.
Yeah, I thought she was going to come down for the side. Could have gone a little bit further. No, she's perfect. Excuse me. She's in a little trouble here. But she's going forward. Oh. I thought she was going forward to use the top rail. Came back. Oh, not a good start. Little out of line on the 10, and she paid the price.
Yeah, I'd like to have seen her just come over and have a look at the 10, look down the line.
Off the side, yeah, I agree.
Hit the reset button and just
give it a little bit more respect.
Exactly. Settle in and commit to the shot a little bit more.
So she runs the ball. Centeno runs the balls out and then gives up the 10 ball. Jasmin will accept it with a smile.
You know, the way that Centeno played in the opening set, it looked like there was only ever going to be one winner in this match. And now it just seems like Jasmin is the one that's held her nerve and her composure.
It is grinding her way back.
Stayed the course.
Yep.
She's just kind of hung in there, waited for her chances. She looks like she can handle the pressure better. Because it's the quarterfinals, remember. Semifinals and the finals will all be played today. 2 o'clock local time for the semis, and then 5 o'clock local time, the ladies' final.
And being that it's a quarterfinal, the loser of this match will get $3,281. The winner moves on to go for that $22,500, which is first prize money. 1-0, Ouschan over Centeno. Big break, going for the one on the side on the right. Six ball, no. Shot on the one, possibly.
You're almost afraid to commit to what you say when you look at that overhead camera. Looks like it goes.
Yes.
And you're almost afraid to say that Centeno is in the balls and has a great chance, because she seems to be throwing some of these great chances away. She's had plenty. She's had enough to have won this match already.
Well, she definitely isn't the same player that started the match. The first set was a different Chezka, and that has been one of her characteristics. Is she can be a little inconsistent at times. If anything, there is that. She never would have thought of missing that the first set.
Good timing, George. Perfect timing. You know, spoken like you had a crystal ball.
Others call it a commentator's curse.
That inconsistency again. And she's suffering a bit now in her chair. She's got to put all those out of her mind. She's got a lot of play left in this match. And she's got to believe she's going to be getting her fair share of chances.
8 ball comes into play. It's got to kick off the top rail, 1 or 2 rails. I think I might kick at this 2 rails and call this 6. She almost got it that way, but look what she's going to give up. Another opportunity.
Yeah, the sort of body language that Jasmin Ouschan displays is the type that you've got to beat her. She's not going to beat herself.
Well, I will say she's been steadier than Chezka has been. But the way Chezka started, has been so different to now.
Gives yourself plenty of angle on this 7 to take the cue ball straight up towards the 8. You know, when you get to that magic number of 3 in this 3rd set, you know the very worst you're going to face is a shootout. She's left herself a little tricky here.
Well, the good thing about that shot, if you can find something bright about it, is that if she makes the ball, she's going to have position.
Yeah, but this is missable.
Yes. It's one of the harder shots of pool when you're shooting off the rail, and it's a long way down to the pocket.
Yeah, and there's tons of pressure out there too, George. You can never discount that.
Another good thing about this shot is that 10 and the 9 could block it if she misses it, depending on her speed. She's missed it.
Yeah, left herself a much more difficult 8 than she needed to. The pocket just isn't accepting that shot anymore.
Oh, look at this. Looks like she got behind the 10. She's banking into the corner. Long rail bank. Bank is on. It's there. She just has to hit it. And not even close. That's something you hate to say after a shot, but it wasn't. Very makeable shot.
Jasmin kind of raises her eyebrows after that missed 8. I expect she didn't think she'd be back at the table so soon.
No, she didn't. This is a tricky shot. But not for Jasmin. And for a 2-game lead in the third and final set. This 10 ball.
Yeah, it's been all Jasmin Ouschan ever since the first set.
She has won 6 games in a row. She lost the first 2 games in the second set, won 4 in a row, and now has won 2 more.
Talk about a transformation. The first half of this match was all Centeno. The latter half has been all Ouschan. She told us before the match started, George, say some nice things.
No, yes, she did. She said, "Be nice, guys." I actually did commentary with her in Austria 3 weeks ago. I did commentary with her, and I think she commentated Allison and Chezka's match with me, the one that went heel-heel. Big break. 1 ball? Yes.
Yeah, 2 and 3.
Oh, and
2, 3, and 4, all right there.
Oh, and look how nice this lays. All she has to do is stop it for the 2 ball. I mean, for the 3. Just come down and get a good angle for the 3 to run to the 4. And everything's in business here.
Just feather this down. She'll play that 3 to the other side pocket. Try to give herself a little angle to get on top of the 4. Ideally, just get that cue ball away from the side cushion as well. Got that angle, George, or is it straight?
It looks like she has enough to play with the pocket. Cheat it a little bit and get up for the 4. If she doesn't, she'll come straight back and play the 4 to the upper corner. Yeah, it was a perfect angle.
Yeah, played that perfectly. This is going to be close to a stop shot. She'll leave the angle on the 6. Well, she might have a little too much angle here. She could even play the cue ball out towards the center and get the 6 into the left side, top left corner if she underhits it.
It's funny, she was looking around and all of a sudden reacted, knowing that, hey, I want the clock.
She didn't want to be cueing over that 10, I'll tell you that much for fun.
I think she slow rolls this. If she slow rolls it, well, she's going to risk getting behind the 8. Keep in mind, folks out there, Jasmin has other talents. She was on Dancing with the Stars in Austria. I think that's been about a year ago now. Oh, she took the other pocket. Interesting.
Yeah, she intended that 6 to the side, just under hit position from the 4 to the 6, so had to have a trickier path from the 6 to the 7, but she looks like she's back on course now. And again, this would give her a 3-0 advantage and be guaranteed, if at worst, a shootout.
I think she's got it. It's just a matter of connecting the last 3 dots.
Yeah, she does the sort of thing that I would have liked to have seen Centeno do. Just gather herself, Keep that high level of focus. And when a rack is there to be taken, just make sure that you're ready for the shot. You're committed. Didn't hit that one very good. Kind of halfway between, isn't she?
She's halfway between. She's kind of laughing because this is one of those shots that are a little tricky, but very makeable.
Very good recovery. And this is going to get her 3-0 advantage. Jasmin Ouschan, she's raised her game when it mattered most.
And what started out to be a Chezka Centeno runaway has ended up with Jasmin winning the last 7 games in a row. And Chezka missed more shots in the second and this third deciding set than she missed the whole first 6 games.
Actually, if she missed more than 2.
That's right, because she didn't miss any.
Never missed anything in the first set. Steamrolled Jasmin. Jasmin's probably wondering to herself, well, if she plays like this, good luck to her. But she stayed the course, waited for her chances, and took them much better than Centeno when they came. And now with a chance to put the ribbon on this one, she'll break for the last time. 3-0 the lead. She needs one more rack win for a place in the semis.
And there goes the 3 and the 8 to the same pocket. Kissed the 3 ball, kissed the 8 out, but went in. She still has a shot. Long shot on the 1.
Can't really see her attacking here, George. Doesn't offer any positional rewards.
I totally agree. I'm thinking maybe she should just look at the safety, go off the left, as we look at it, the left side of the 1 and bank the 1 straight up to where the cue ball is now, and hold the cue ball behind those 3 balls. As long as there's no scratch involved, that cue ball could leak forward.
Yeah, she should be able to avoid that corner pocket, and I agree with you. I think that's that wall of colors 2, 6, and 4. I mean, she could opt to try and slow bank the 1 over behind them on the left cushion too, and play the cue ball behind the 9. Just see how she sees this. Well, she went with option A. Is she far enough with the 1?
No, I don't think so. Possibly. That overhead view does throw us off, doesn't it?
And you talk about body language coming to the table. You see Centeno coming to the table, kind of swinging her arms. This match has done an about face on her. And she's given Jasmin the first chance, first bite at the cherry here to try and win this match and move into the semifinals. We mentioned at the outset that Centeno, a 7.76 Fargo rate compared to Jasmin Ouschan 7.46, so 30-point differential, and you'd have favored Centeno marginally.
Well, the way I see a 30-point differential is it's equal to 1 good roll and 1 missed shot. Could be the difference in the match. I like what she does here and what she's been doing the entire 7 games that she's won in a row. Watch how she has slowed herself down, been very mechanical to her approach, and gone through the steps of keeping her fundamentals solid.
Yeah, no pangs of anxiety when the finish line presents itself. And this is a bit tricky. She played that a little unlucky, really, that the 4 caught that point, stayed where it did. Yeah, this isn't going to be straightforward.
And there is no position on the 5 from here, if she can stay out of the side pocket.
What if she could try and draw this? And
I think
use that left point to try and get the cue ball out towards the middle. Certainly can't go forward here. Maybe even just try and hold the cue ball around that left point and leave herself a side bank on the 5. Or she looks like she's playing safe.
She's playing safe all the way. She's going to try to get the the cue ball all the way down and possibly use the 9.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Again, you see Centeno. She just doesn't have that jump in her step that she had in the first set. And she's not coming to the table with that real positive look that she had in the first set either. She's not out of this. It's called the side pocket. The best she can do is force a shootout.
Has to win 3 games. This one, 2 more.
Pulls one back, George. One ball, one rack at a time to try and get to that shootout stage. Now, we have seen our share of shootouts this year's Puerto Rican Open.
Settling down. Centeno to break. Hasn't had much luck in the break department. Been breaking dry about 90% of the time. And another dry one.
And a chance at 1 for Jasmin. And the angle to take cue ball up for the 2. She had a chance in the last, just a little unlucky.
With that 4 ball, the way she hit that, it ended up kind of tough on the 4. Yep.
I still would like to have seen her attack, even though she chose to defend. Easy to say after the fact, but
I kind of agree. She could have made the ball just a little bit of draw, cut the point, and just make the 5 safe.
this is a good starting shot. Real good starting shot.
Yeah, the 7.
3, 4, 5 are all there.
Yeah, the 7 might slide by the 9. Oh, it's tight, awfully tight. May not. Which means she's going to have to develop it. And nothing's close to shoot at it and move it with an insurance shot.
Yeah, possibility maybe of a 4-9 if she gets right behind it. Sorry, 7-9 if she gets right behind it after shooting the 5 and the 6.
I think that's going to be her only option. She could try to go for it right here. Go off the 4, side rail, head rail, and into the 7. She should end up pretty good on the 5 if her speed's good. She has to just nibble it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a 7-9 combination, George. That's going to be the the road map for Jasmin Ouschan here.
And the 6 is in a good place to get a good position for that shot. Just leaves the cue ball close to the rail there, right by the 7. Yeah, just a natural angle now. You just pocket this like you would the spot shot. Come up underneath the 8. And lay the cue ball by the side pocket.
Sounds easy, doesn't it?
It sure does. My nerves aren't racing right now. Hers are. See how easy she made it look?
She's perfect.
Yes.
And she'll be able to play this in a way she can control where the 7 goes as well.
Yeah, she knows it's going right to the other quarter pocket. Actually, so is the cue ball. So maybe she'll just hit it soft. Leave the 7 in front of that pocket and take the cue ball up to the left. I think it plays. Just a little follow shot here. Just make the ball. But making the ball proved harder than it looked.
Wow, I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect her missing that. She was right behind it. She was in perfect line for that 4-9 or 7-9 combination.
I think it had to do with the fact that she was trying to control the 7 very well.
Yeah, she's going to remember that one. That was the chance that got away.
Well, that would have closed out the match. Let's see what goes on here. Try to get behind the 10. If she could cut the left, she can cut the left side of it, the top side on your screen. Bring the cue ball down underneath the 8. No, she's going to run the cue ball down, the 7 ball down. And oops, she's left a good shot for Chezka.
Yeah, the winner of this match will oppose the winner of the Rubelin Wei Tzu Chen match.
Let's see if we can get a score on that.
It looks right now, George, like Wei has won the first set, trails 2-1 to the other Filipino in the second. So outside chance of an all-Filipino semifinal, but some work to be done by both of them for sure. This is another opportunity that Jasmin Ouschan has let slip away. This is going to get back to 3-2. So that shootout very much on the cards.
And the problem here, Jim, is the fact that Chezka is a very emotional player. A shot like that will fire her up, a game like that, and she'll come firing in all cylinders. Along with that bite of her candy bar. Dangerous game here.
Really enjoying this. A few more people have made their way. It was an early morning start, fairly early morning, 10:30. We're about 20 after 12 local time now, so a few more people have risen. And we've got the league championships going on too, so kind of a built-in crowd. Chance for all these amateurs from around North America to make their way here and see some of these people, some of these top players you only ever see on TV or on the streams.
No luck on the break.
Well, it looks like she can get through to this one. The 2 is about as far away from the 1 as it can get over the bottom left corner pocket. Top left as we look from our overhead camera, and then the 3 near the other corner pocket. So she's going to have to travel a bit with that cue ball if she starts knocking these in.
On table number 1, Kelly Fisher and Olivia Zaluska are tied at 2 after both winning a set. 1 game away from the shootout. Now this is the kind of shot that fires this young lady up. Is a miss like this and a leave like this. After winning that second game, we might see a different Chezka.
Yeah, just gets that cue ball past that 7 in the middle of the table, so comfortable cueing at the white. And she needs some angle on this 3. And she's got a little. Got to get closer to the 4. Possibly play the 4 to the side pocket. Or spinning it to play it to the corner. The bottom corner was completely blocked off, so she only really had 2 options to drop onto this 4. But she's got an angle now. If she can draw this to the cushion, the low cushion we're looking at from our overhead camera, get over and attack the 5. She saw a space between the 6 and the 9 to take the cue ball. The path was there. You just wonder, as you see Centeno again speeding up play a bit. Has she got a little bit more wind in her sails, George?
Sure looks like it.
Oh, fortunate there. That could have gone wrong. And Jasmin sitting in her chair, she's probably mentally preparing already for the shootout, because 3 balls for Chezka. If she knocks them in, we're at 3-3. And that's not her best shot. She looks away, well short of intended position there.
Well, not only does she have a harder shot on the 9, it's harder position for the 10. She'll probably come around.
It's going to try and bank it.
Yeah. Oh.
Try and bank it right into the side, keep the cue ball in the middle, so this is total commitment. She's making her bid for the shootout right here on the 9. And committed that if she doesn't get it, she'll probably lose. Well, she's given herself a chance. This long 10 for 3-3. And the pressure cooker. Thumps it to the back of the pocket. And 3-3 confirmed. We've got the shootout here for a place in the semifinals. Well, you asked for it, George. You get it.
I didn't ask for a shootout, but I'm glad we're going to have one.
I think everybody at home was asking for a shootout. Everybody in the crowd. The shootout is where it gets real exciting.
Chezka, after losing 7 games in a row, came back and won 3 in a row. And I think winning the second game kind of gave her the inspiration and the energy to win that last game, because she did it in style with some tough shots.
There's your graphic that shows you exactly what's going to be happening now. 4 innings, 2 shots each from either side. You can see the area that they'll be able to place that cue ball, and if it's tied, that green area they've marked off, that shrinks to half its size. But this is where you've really got to control your nerve, and I know both of them were practicing this at the outset. Maybe not practicing enough for Chezka. She's missed the first one, so the opening for Jasmin Ouschan here. And being left-handed, I would have felt that that would have been Chezka's strong side.
It is the strong side for a left-hander. It's usually the side most left-handers will take when they're playing one pocket because they can reach more balls when they're trying to run out. And the pressure is back on the Chezka, missing the first opening spot shot. Jasmin completes hers successfully.
Yeah, that one never looked out. Right into the heart of the pocket. She looks as cool as a cucumber there, does Jasmin Ouschan, and you would have thought that Chezka Centeno, after winning the last 3 racks to force the shootout, would have carried that momentum into it. Well, now she needs help, and she can't afford another miss.
Well, top of the second inning, Chezka makes hers. But Jasmin has a shot at hers now to keep that 1 shot lead.
Again, just gathering herself. Her eyes won't leave that 10 ball. Focused on the spot she wants that cue ball to connect.
Jasmin makes number 2. Keep in mind, folks, the 10 ball is spotted where it spots in the rack, which is like about 3 inches behind the spot that they rack the balls. So it's a little lower, which tells me it would probably add a little bit to the difficulty of a regular spot shot.
And Chezka can't afford another miss. 2-1 she trails in the shootout right now. Another miss, she'd be doomed. And that levels it up at 2-2, but she's 1 shot ahead.
If Jasmin makes this spot shot, we are into sudden death because Chezka cannot afford to miss. See, I like what Jasmin is doing here. Taking a look at that. They are on the time clock. But it was different than the first 2 shots. So let's see if that changes anything. Nope. Successful. Pressure completely on Chezka because this shot will cost her the match if she misses.
And she needs Jasmin. She needs a make. She needs Jasmin to miss.
No. If she makes it, Jasmin has to miss. If she misses it, it's over. It's the end of it's the 4th inning. Jasmin already has 3. Chezka has 2.
Well, she's forcing Jasmin to make it. So, a chance for Jasmin Ouschan. As we see Chezka's 10 go right into the heart of the pocket, and she needed that. But it was that very first shot that she missed. So a chance here for Jasmin.
The 3 shots that she made were right in the heart of the pocket. And the same for Jasmin. She needs this one right here. This one is a winner.
And from her strong side. Yes, there, George. None of them ever looked out. Jasmin Ouschan as solid as a rock in the shootout. 4 for 4. Taps her opponent on the shoulder, and she's going to sit back and wait now. Her opponent in the semifinals as yet undecided. But Jasmin Ouschan, yeah, she'll soak up this victory for a little while. She is through to the semifinals here in the ladies division of the Puerto Rico Open. A happy young lady.
And the semifinals will come up at 2 o'clock.
Well, George, enjoyed that match very much. It really was a tale of two cities, really, in terms of momentum and wins, but thoroughly enjoyable. For George Teachea, we're going to be back. Remember, 2 o'clock local time, the semifinals, folks. Jim White's George Teachea. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you later.
It doesn't matter what the format is, the better player will still win.
This 10 ball to win the title. He is your champion.
New world champion. Fighting Jasmin.
Philippines are the world champions.